Hola. They're on the table.
Okay. In the kitchen here?
Uh-huh. Hello. No.
Oh.
On the table. Yeah. Rocky, go. Don't be barking. Messing up my life.
Okay. Don't start. You've got treats and things.
Laylona, so tired, yarned. I didn't get to bed nearly 5 a.m. Then I sat down on the floor, went to sleep. My boyfriend, Lizzie, what he said were the smoke. Oh, shit. Nearly set myself alight. Oh, my God. Careful, Lizzie. Careful, Lizzie. Careful, Lizzie. I don't know how long I'm going to be up. I don't know if I'm gotten tired or what. But if I get tired, I need to just jump off. Yes. Normally I'm late, so that's why people are probably late, because they know I'm always late. They're probably sick of seeing me tonight. What is Letitia doing now? Come and find out. Come and find out. I'm going to get the Mimi song ready.
The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, 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 yeah.
Hi, Marie.
The
Mimi Show, the Mimi Show.
It's the
Mimi Show, Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show.
Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Yeah.
The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show.
It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, yeah. The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the
my
Mimi Show.
beads.
Oh, oh, yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Let's see what video I have out here. Share my screen. That was good.
No wonder the calls are growing for Prince Harry to be stripped of his HRH title and even removed from the line of succession, because there have been two major news scandals in the past 24 hours involving the Duke of Delusion. One in a British courtroom, the other involving his second crisis-ridden American charity. And we're going to get to all of that in just a moment with our royal mastermind, Angela Levin. I have to tell you too, this Harry interview, Angela, has gone down like a cup of old sick with the public. The statistics breaking right now. It had to happen. Meghan Markle is being sued after those disastrous bath salts that she put together in With Love Meghan, her Netflix disaster.
I need to go
but they
watch
actually
it.
turned out to be so toxic, a bit like her personality, that they're actually injuring folk. Now, pretty bad injuries. I'm going to get into this article from Radar Online and reveal their incredible reporting in just one moment. But first, let me bring in royal YouTube sensation according to Taz. Tash, this is no surprise, is it? Because the problem is this is a woman who has done no research, has no scientific backing, and was putting out the most ludicrous ideas. And actually, some of them come with real risks attached.
She basically created a toxic
Hello,
bath
Lizzie.
bomb.
Hello, Marie.
And because there should have been a warning. And I know that there has
Disclaimer.
been, I think one of their representatives has said that the lady in this particular article should know better to not use Epsom salts because she's diabetic. Now, there is a bit of a warning with that, but I think it's got a lot more to do with the fact that Meghan, I don't believe that she knew what she was doing because of the oils. Don't ask me why I know this, but with oils that you put into, candles or burners and things, they're fine for that. But to use them like what she was doing, you need to use a carrier oil, which basically it's like plant-based and it makes it safer for human skin contact. And she whacked in so much arnica oil, and I think it was lavender oil, and that was pure. And it's, it's obvious that she doesn't make that regularly. She's never made anything to put on her skin because you would know that. I mean, that is just basic.
Wow.
And with the Epsom salts, yes, of course. I mean, it was, as I said,
That's
it was a
what
toxic
Hudson was
bath
telling
bomb.
us
And I
yesterday.
can't imagine that this is going to be the first case of people doing it because people do sometimes just blindly copy. They should have put a warning up. Maybe they didn't realize at the time, but once that became apparent and people spoke out, Netflix should have covered their bottoms and said, actually, please don't do this at home.
Right.
Totally. Well, let me take you through the reporting from Radar Online, which is headlined exclusive Meghan Markle fan. That's what's interesting. This was a supporter of Meghan Markle. Threatens to launch $10 million lawsuit after suffering catastrophic burns by copying the Duchess's homemade bath salt recipe from the new Netflix show. And this furious fan from Maryland used the homemade bath salt recipe. RadarOnline.com reveals Robin Patrick is seeking major compensation after the bath salts caused significant pain and cosmetic distress. Diabetic Patrick said Markle had a duty of care to provide adequate warning to viewers. The salts could have an adverse effect on people who carry the condition due in part to the essential oils used within the concoction. She watched the clip of Markle making the bath salt gift from her With Love Meghan series on X and copied the instructions using ingredients available at his home. Since the episode aired, skincare experts warned the DIY blend may pose risks. Patrick later tested out the bath salts herself, dissolving the mixture into warm water in her walk-in bathtub. But she soon began to feel immediate discomfort and knew something was wrong. Speaking exclusively to RadarOnline.com, Patrick said, "Initially, I experienced a mild tingling sensation without discomfort. However, as the water level rose to cover my legs and reach my buttocks, I began feeling burning and significant discomfort in those areas. I immediately exited the tub, stopped the water, and later stirred the bath water with my right hand and arm to assess the mixture. This resulted, what a disaster, in additional burning sensations on my hand and arm. After draining the tub, I applied Gold Bond lotion, which provided no relief, followed by lidocaine sprays, which temporarily alleviated the pain. That evening, while showering, I experienced intense burning as water contacted the affected areas, which had developed into ulcers. Now, I have to be honest, Tash, I always said that this show
Ulcers.
was very painful to me, but nothing compared to this poor woman, because Patrick went on to claim the alleged injuries are still giving her major discomfort. She added to date the burns are, that's true. I've got psychological trauma. She added to date the burns are still not healed and are quite uncomfortable. The others are just sore as heck to touch. Since the incident, I have endured persistent burning discomfort and the emergence of new blister-like sores and ulcers daily. These symptoms have disrupted my daily and nightly routines, preventing me from taking warm showers or wearing clothes over the affected areas. As an individual with an autoimmune condition and compromised immune system compounded by diabetes-related dry skin on my legs and feet, I am deeply concerned about the risk of infection, sepsis, or other complications. The pain feels as though it is burning from within.
Oh,
Patrick said she is willing to resolve the matter without litigation if a financial settlement can be reached. But if her demands are not met, she intends to launch the lawsuit seeking settlement damages of a minimum of $75,000 to cover medical expenses related to treatment of the alleged injuries, compensation for the pain and suffering experienced, plus pay for future costs stemming from the long-term effects of the injury, including infection or scarring. What's more, she's also seeking $10 million from Markle, Netflix, and Archwell Productions, who make the show for their reckless disregard for public safety and to deter similar conduct in the future. A threatening letter to the parties added, these damages account for emotional distress, potential post-traumatic stress disorder, loss of confidence in appearance, disfigurement, shortened.
She's not. Look at all this. In threatening letter to the parties added, these damages account for emotional distress, potential traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, loss of confidence in appearance, disfigurement, shortness, life expectancy. Get the hell out of here. They didn't shorten her life. She is taking it in. She is taking it all in. A long-term medical care for injuries that may worsen over time. Now that I can see. In response to Patrick's legal threats, Marco's lawyer, Carmen's whatever, hit back with a stringent rebuke, claiming in a legal letter she should have been aware of the risk of taking the salt, which contains ingredients unsuitable for people suffering from diabetes. Here's where the stuff stops, the buck stops right here. This is Megan and her lawyer saying she should have known. Well, she may have thought it was some special bath salt or some special ingredients, some ingredients that you can mix together and it wouldn't burn you. You would think that she would know that, but she didn't know that and talked about her underlying conditions. But making them is trying to pass it off as she should have knew better. Me knowing better is not a defense that what happened to me happened because of something you suggested on your website that would work. It was a soothing bath moment. Now she wants to say, no, it wasn't our fault. It's never your fault, Megan. It is your fault this time because you're going to have to give her a little change because this is what I think has happened. She went to them and told them, I'm suing you for $12 million. They said, go for it. And they called their bluff. And then she said, okay, then let me put the word out on the street is that I got burned by your product that you recommended online. You did not say that consult your doctor first before using this, because most products do on the back of it, especially like certain products that you buy, it'll say dermatologist approved or seek doctor's approval before using, test it out before getting in. Her product probably didn't say all that at the bottom. It just said, make this concoction. Make a concoction out of bath salt. And it burned the lady's legs. Felt like they was burning inside and out. And not, I was wondering why her legs just got it, but also her private parts did too. I heard through the grapevine. Ouchie, ouchie. Shortness of life. The burns are going to make her have a shortness of life now. They are really milking it for whatever they can get into it. We're going to, it's shortness of life. It's that stupid stuff. My husband's in the room, relaxing. It feels weird without Kara. I miss her. I miss my little darling. I miss my little bit. I miss my little pumpkin Doolittle. Oh, I don't know how Megan and them do it. Just go off and leave their kids all the time like that. Ooh, it would be hard. I'll be calling what's going on with the baby? But I didn't call my mom when I got home. I just, she's got the baby and we're good. She also used this for her invisible children. No, she don't use this for them in that water. She better stop using it for they start having little sores and stuff because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Megan just making up a concoction. This lady is one of H&M's fan, Robin Patrick, suing MM. This person should sue Netflix. They are. They said we're suing Netflix, we're suing Archewell, and we're suing something else. But Netflix and Archewell is in there. Hello, Doodoo Bird. Watch Talk TV. Tom Jr. did an interview titled Megan Will Leave Harry When Title is Taken. Very good interview. Okay, watch the talk. I wonder, I don't want to get striked or copywritten because I'm using other people's content. You know these people, Doodoo Bird. Do you trust that I won't get stricken if I use Watch Talk TV's channel? See, I know George the Giant Slayer doesn't mind. And some people mind. Watch Talk TV. Okay. I don't see him. Are you sure he's on the Talk TV one? Wait a minute. Let me show you something, Doodoo Bird. Let me go here. Is it?
No wonder the calls are growing for Prince.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us. Now, you join us just a few days after.
Let's wait. Judy Bird, is that it? Okay, let's watch it. They're not going to strike me. Unless there's some music. Here we go.
Thanks very much for joining us. Now, you join us just a few days after Prince Harry gave that extraordinary interview to the BBC last Friday after he's lost his long-running legal battle to get armed police protection when he comes to Britain. My interpretation of that, and I'm not alone, was he gave that interview, he blamed everyone, it's conspiracy theories, it's my dad, it's the government, nothing is my fault. He was like a spoilt brat throwing his toys out of the pram because he didn't get what he wanted. Now, the other thing I took from that was this guy, Harry. I thought he seemed in despair. I thought he seemed lost. I thought he seemed lonely, very sad. And also, I thought he seemed psychiatrically dubious. I thought he needs psychiatric help. The level of his paranoia was astonishing. He's paranoid about everything. Now, my question to you is, he didn't used to be like that. He used to be a happy-go, carefree, popular guy. He's turned into a misery guts who thinks the whole world's against him, lashes out angrily all the time. My question to you, Tom, is do you think your sister, Meghan Markle, has ruined Prince Harry?
Well, let me answer that real quick for you. The answer is yes. And I could not agree with you more on everything you just said. I was watching this interview just thinking to myself, this poor man. And it just continues and continues and continues. And he's going deeper and deeper and deeper. And I do believe, you know, Meghan is driving this whole caravan for him. He is so stressed out. You can see it in his face. Despair. He's confused. He doesn't know what to say. He thinks he's going to get in trouble if he doesn't say exactly what Meghan says.
Ooh.
Apparently, in my opinion, of course, but very sad to watch. And I think it was a desperate plea because they've made their beds for the last 6 years and now they're sleeping on them. And the entire world knows exactly what's happening with those two.
Yeah, we think here in
The world should know. But what's wrong with our media is sometimes our media does not report on the news. Tom Jr. is right. He said that he feels sorry for Harry. He's the one who wrote him that note and told him to run like hell. Don't marry my sister. She's a little loony. She's just a little loony, a little loony. Tropical Life. We're back together again. Hope that you and Eric enjoy your quick trip. Was about to call it a night, but I'll hang. You drank that bomber, and that'll do it. Thank you so much, Tropical Life. Hello, highly sensitive Susan, Doodoo Bird. If I didn't speak, make sure I speak to you guys. Wow. Let's see what else.
In Britain, and I know a lot of Americans agree because that interview was watched all over the world.
That interview was one of the worst interviews in history that will ever go down. It's, you know, it's not just about being a spoiled brat, but also the heartless way that he talked about his father and treated him with so little disrespect, about blaming him and how it was going to be his fault if something happens to the kids. And that's Meghan talking to Harry, and Harry's repeating it. He's repeating it. No, we can't bring the kids to England. I would like that. I would like to reconciliation. No, you don't. Stop saying you want a reconciliation and you keep listening to this Jezebel of a wife of yours that keeps telling you what to do. Yeah, I have a wonderful partner. I have a wonderful partner that whatever I tell him to do, he'll do. Like I can do whatever I want to. She controls everything. Without her control, nothing can get done. And I'm not saying nothing can get done, but I mean that things go her way, all the way, always. She's been manhandling Harry since she met him. I got a great partner. No, you got a great flunky do. Someone that has lost his entire senses, that even he doesn't even know how to have a decent conversation with someone without blaming his family for the decisions that he decided to make. Pointing the blame, pointing the finger. And no one's even talking to Harry. His family has nothing to say to him. Nothing. They're not saying anything. And that's what makes Harry a dick. Sorry. I hope I can say that word. It does. It makes Harry a todger. A todger. He allowed this woman to come in and steal his joy, steal his relationships, steal his grandmother's last moments. He gave up everything for her. He gave up his life. He gave up everything for Meghan. And he continues to give up everything for Meghan. Even the fact that his father has cancer. And we don't know how long, but the thing of it is that he has cancer and he hasn't seen his son or his grandkids. And he may not ever get to see him because of Meghan. It's her fault. When it all break it down, comes to fruition, everything just settles, the dust settles. Meghan's behind every episode. She's behind the Santa Bala. Why would she be behind the Santa Bala? Why would she have anything to do with that other than Harry told her to write a note, told Sophia to write a letter on behalf of his wife saying that they were friends and had it going on with each other. And Sophia said, hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm not PNRing for you, Harry. And then he tried to blackball her out of the company. And he's been trying to do that forever. Him and Meghan, they want yes people around them. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, yes people. They want to be able to boss people around and have yes people hanging around them 24 hours a day. When she did that interview, which we have to finish when Dictator comes back, because I don't want her to miss it. When we finished that interview, it told a story. It talked about one woman's ambition, Meghan. And it's all about her, how she stepped up to the plate, how she invested in this company, how it became successful after Meghan came on the scene. Now the coffee is successful. She did a commercial with it. Then I tasted it for the first time when I was pregnant. Just stupid stuff. sitting on the panel, patting herself on the back about something that she didn't even invent, but wanted to take over and she started saying this. Oh, we started adding cream to it, different things to it, different flavors. This is not your product. This is not your baby. It doesn't belong to you. The creative side doesn't come from you, Megan. It comes from the owner. You are a silent business partner. You are not a partner where you come out and start talking about what you want done to this tea that's got lead in it. No, but all of a sudden you got all these great ideas for her tea. I'm sure she's had to tell you once or twice to Megan, this is my dream, what I would like to do. I appreciate your help and will continue to appreciate your help. But I want to go with something a little bit more earthy. That's how she's going to have to talk to Megan, because Megan then took over. How you take over the tea? Let's put this in there. Let's do this. Let's do that. Now it becomes mine because I'm an investor. Investors don't be all up in it. You give them weekly reports about what's going on with the product. Yeah, they are grifters.
What is it, in 5-6 years, Meghan has changed Harry.
Yes.
And she hasn't changed him for the better.
No.
She's changed him for the worse. What do you?
It is out. It is out. People weren't saying that in the beginning. Remember, they were just talking about Harry and how they mixed it. If we go back and watch one of my videos from the beginning, which I would love to do, it would talk about how Meghan destroyed Harry's life from the beginning to the end. If we have time after this, I'll show one. We're going back to the beginning, on a very beginning video, talking about how this woman manipulated her way into the royal family and tried to destroy it. Yeah, it's all her fault. It's always been her fault. They have not been saying this before. Am I right or am I wrong? Put a 1 in the chat if you're just now hearing that it's all Meghan's fault. They both need to go to jail. Thomas Jr., your father sends a letter to Harry not to marry his family, as well as really Harry ruined his life by marrying That his downfall. It is his downfall. When he was getting on that freedom flight, he was coming over to his misery because he was like, it was so much pain and misery. Who brought that on to your life? Harry, you didn't have a lot of pain and misery going on before you met her. Now, all of a sudden, it was so much pain and chaos and drama and all this stuff he started saying that was going on in the kingdom when Meghan stepped up in there and started her shenanigans. It's always been her fault. And in the end, it will be her fault. But she will never take responsibility for her disillusions. But Harry is a sick man. He's sick. He needs help. He needs psychological help because he is psychologically damaged by this woman. She has used his mother's death for her benefit. She has used her kids' lives to say that it's King Charles's fault, Harry, if we don't get security. It is your father's fault. Here, your brother's on the phone. You deal with it. Who the hell do you think you are? You came into this family broken, poor. Look, you came into this family on your last leg, needing a prince. You get up in there and you treat it like crapola. Who does that? You treated it like it was nothing to you with meeting the Queen of England, like it was just another day. Instead of being honored to meet his grandmother, you treated it like crap. You got down and you said, you mocked, you mocked, you mocked, you mocked her curtsy. Yes, you did. You mocked it. Yes, Your Majesty. But you want to be the Duchess of Sussex. How do you be something that you're not? You don't portray what it means to have the excellency of being a duchess. The Duchess has charisma. She's humble. She's meek. She's nice. She's kind. She's forgiving. Not you. You're going after Harry's family again through Harry. And then you're going to post that stanky picture like, we're out of here. We're out of here, King Charles. And King Charles gave you a big F you the next day and said, I don't care. Hello, Judith. Hello, Debbie Campbell. Hello, Regina. It pains to see how furious he is about his life in that BBC interview. He was upset. He had an attitude. He came with an attitude. He came with privilege, entitlement, an attitude, blaming, blackmailing, lying. I mean, he came with it all. Harry came with it all. He said he wanted out of the institution, not the royal family. I don't want to be in the institute. We don't want the institution. I could just see her, Meghan. We don't want the institution. We want the family. I want the family. Harry, that ain't what your wife wants. She wants the institution. She wants to be this dignitary walking around like she is the Duchess or something, and she's not. She's a jam maker. She's a founder of a podcast that people can barely get through. It's torture. Her sitting there talking about herself and bragging about herself and patting herself on the back and loving on herself and saying how great she is and how wonderful she is. How do you do that? How do you praise yourself like that and not let other people do it, but you do it yourself? No, she did this. This is the making of Meghan Markle. This is who she is, who she has become, and everybody sees it. Perez Hilton did 8 videos this week on Harry's BBS interview and went over each piece. We showed that. I thought that was great content that he did. It was beautiful. And then we dissected. Look at this. Thank you guys for this video, by the way. Whoever recommended it, I appreciate you. Thank you. Hello, Meg Soon. Hello, Camilla. Hey, Letitia, I'm back. I've been sick. Uh-oh. I've been sick as a dog, but I'm getting better finally. Just wanted to stop and say hi. Hi, all. I'm catching up on the crazy that is Meghan and Harry. Handbag Harry. Okay, Camilla. I am so glad you're feeling better, and I'm sorry that you wasn't at some point. Continue to let us know how you recuperate and get better and better. Okay, love? And we'll be praying for you. Yes. We pray for healing for Camilla, Lord. Yeah, so here. So here we go. Thomas Marco and this gentleman is explaining to us how it's all Meghan's fault and that Harry doesn't look well, that he looks sick and disconnected from reality, disconnected from everything that he thought he knew. He's disconnected. What we don't understand as Americans is how you go from having this loving, caring family that Harry was made into this, he's become this hateful, nasty person towards his family, and they continue to be silent and don't say anything to him because they know the deal. When Meghan and Harry left, the titles, HRH was put away that Meghan continues to use. And the HRH and also, what was the other thing? The IPP services. No, you won't get that. I'm sorry. It's not something that you're going to be able to get because you're leaving the royal fold. You're leaving the institution and the family. You decided that this was the best thing for your family. And now you're so in love with Montecito. How can you be? We're disappointed in you, Harry. Very, 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 very disappointed in Harry in the most just disappointed to the most highest degree because he could have had more control over his wife, more control over his wife. He had nothing, not a word to say. His opinion doesn't count. She gets out the car first. And when she does, it's about her. It's not about the prince. When she went to New York, Catherine is so meek and such a lady. And she doesn't have to get in front of her husband to be seen. She's seen. She is very, very seen. But Meghan acts like she has to be the star of every show. And that gives her validation. I think she's looking for validation. I think she's looking for a pat on the back. I think she's looking for us to say, oh, now you've made it, Meghan. Great. The Jam is now $1 billion business. Whoop-de-doo. The salt concoction it's the best thing ever. Everybody's using it. Hi, Payne. Thank God it's Friday. I'm reading through the chat to catch up. Okay. Diane, Regina, Valerie, you got that right. Harry is too far gone. And if we can see it, you know the family can. It's all over. Oh, Starford. Who wrote that? Regina? Here. You're right. You're absolutely right. Cyan and Regina. On point there. Star for you. Harry act like he had IPP service, Debbie. Like that, he used to have that before. And he was up here and then he went down to here. I am too. I'm glad Camilla is feeling better as well. Camilla thinks that they got kicked out. The queen probably saw trouble ahead and kicked them the hell out. Meghan was trouble from the get-go. This is why I believe they did not get kicked out. Because every 5 seconds, Harry goes in and he says that the reason why they were trying to get them to force them to stay in the UK was to take away the security. They took the security away. So when they took the security away, they was trying to get us to stay in England. But they knew that wouldn't work. We were leaving anyway. They were trying to get us to stay. No, you were going to lose it anyway because it's part of they decided on it. They decided since you weren't going to be a senior royal, you don't get the perks and the goodies, the goodies. Debbie Campbell, I would be wrong, but I thought he had it depending on the visa he was using for what event tour. That's what I believe, Duty Bird. Like when Meghan comes to New York. Hi, Hudson. How are you? Haven't seen you all day. We are going over, Hudson, the fact that this is all Meghan's fault about Harry. It's all her fault. Meghan has turned him into this robot of a guy, and he's delusional. He's gone. Harry's gone.
What do you think she's done to him, Tom?
What do you think she has done to him, Tom? My alarm keeps going off. Every 30, 15 minutes. What is it that she's done to him? I'm asking the chat. What has she done to him? To Toronto, H chose to follow her. Selt Views did a video on the last year. Yeah, I'm having a hard time believing that one, Susan. I am. I do believe that it was Meghan. That's why they named it Mexit. They named it Mexit for a reason, because she was ready to go. She was Mexiting the royal family. She decided that she wanted to be over here with her LA A-lister friends and be a part of that show. I don't believe the Queen kicked her out. I believe the Queen was trying to save them, trying to help Meghan, trying to help her in her last moments. But Meghan wasn't listening. Meghan was a problem before the wedding. So why wouldn't she be a problem after? She's a problem. Meghan is running this show that goes with Harry. She's calling the shots. King Charles would like to see his grandkids, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. I suspect he had a limit version of IPP status, like you said. Yeah, I believe that too. Debbie, Doodoo Bird, Susan. Yes, she was pulled from the opera house because she refused to go to Queen Elizabeth II when she requested to see her. She wanted half in and half out, and the Queen said no. The Queen said no. She sure did. She says, no, you can't be half in or half out. You got to choose. Do you want to stay in the royal family, or do you want to, are you out? Actually, I'm going to give you guys a year to decide. She gave them a year after the contract was being negotiated, because they had 5 negotiations. Remember how many he said he had on the table, different plans that they brought to the royal family, the decisions that they had made for themselves and the roles that they had made for themselves to work in the family. Meghan had carved out, I can go to these countries over here if I stay in the royal family and continue to be half in and half out. I can do that in this package. Yeah, but I still get to wear the crown, the jury and all of that, and still get a part of the institution part of it. That was in everyone. We still get the IPP service if we're half in and half out, or we get IPP service now. I think they've had it before. After they got married, they had IPP status. I'm going to assume that, because Harry said they took it away in 2020. No, this is her. This is Meghan running around telling Harry what to do, when to do it, how to do it, when to do it, how fast to do it, and don't get it wrong. I do believe that. My question to you guys is, what did she do to Harry that made him change everything about himself or become who he really is but don't want to be? I want to know, what did she do? Remember, she had a vision board and websites all picked out. Yes, she did. She sure did. Highly sensitive. Doodoo Bird, yep, that's when she was escorted to a plane going to Toronto. He wasn't thinking about leaving before her. Exactly. He did not think, and if he did, he had no plans. He had no plans of doing that. He wasn't going no dang on where. He told her she was marrying into my family and into my institution, and you have to leave your family behind. Not that you can't go visit them and see them anytime you get ready to. That's not a problem. But the problem is that Megan shut her family out. So she wasn't going to have any be visiting anyone. And she didn't visit anyone. She went here for her baby shower. It was about her. She didn't go see her father when he had a stroke, but she went to a baby shower and pretended that they had my passport. No, they keep it so you won't be looking for it in stuff. And they'll be ready to go when they get you where you need to be. They take care of it. She thinks we're stupid to believe the lies that she has been telling. And then she wants us to fall in love with her from this stupid cooking show and this stupid podcast that she has made and that stupid jamathon that spread-a-do. But how are we supposed to connect with you? How are we supposed to connect? There's no connecting. What did she do? Okay, good, Diane. Hang in there, girl. We won't go too much longer. Maybe 30 more minutes. We're going to finish this live, though. The thing just keeps beeping. Hello, Christine. Okay, you don't mind, do you, Christine? Like, this is the only time I can do it. Come on. Come on. Okay. How are you guys doing? And hello, Christine. It's good to see you. And thank you so much for helping me out there the other day. That really meant a lot to me. Thank you. Because you didn't have to help. Hi, Hudson. How are you?
How are you? How's the little one?
She's great. She's with Mama. Yep. We dropped her off today. And so it's just me and my husband. It feels so weird without her.
Oh, I know the feeling. She's in good hands. You know, they're probably sugaring her up and letting her jump on the beds and stuff.
Yes. Before I left, she was eating chocolate and drinking Sprite. I said, Lord, have mercy.
Well,
Oh,
happy
so how
Mother's Day
you
if I don't speak
been?
to you. I've been good. I had to work today. I had to work late, but I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
Oh, okay. Thank God it's Friday. Oh my goodness. Her brother has been talking and speaking out. Have you seen this?
No, that's her brother?
Thomas Markle.
Oh, yeah, it sure is. Now, what is Harry even talking about? So, what is he griping about? Like, what is his problem?
He's stupid.
Oh my God. Because I just don't get it. So,
Yeah. He was griping and whining and blackmailing and saying he really said some really raunchy things about his family and about bringing the kids home and not bringing them home and just being rude and disrespectful. He was nasty.
So he wants to come back, but he doesn't want to come back. I don't get it. And then his father's organization offed his mother, but he wants them to take care of him. What is going on? Really?
What? Say that again.
If his father, he said his they want him gone, like
Right.
they did his mother.
Exactly.
So why do you want them to be your security then?
Right. What's with this? Yeah. What's with the and reconciliation too? It's just stupid.
Oh my God, he's dumb. But Megan definitely saw him coming. She lit that match. She played right on his emotions.
Oh, he is one of the, I have never seen it before in my life. This kind of a spell ado, because I was asking the chat because he wants to know, what did Megan do to him? He asked him, he's like, what did your sister do to Harry? Because this isn't the Harry we know. Harry wouldn't talk about his father like that and say nasty things about his father like that. Like, that's not the Harry we know.
No, he was a little rambunctious, but he loved his family. He loved his granny. He was happy and carefree.
Exactly.
And loved his friends. He still had hair.
Yes, exactly. He was happy. And now he's in some type of witchy-do, spelly-do. It's bad.
I think she's a psychopath. And I used to think it was a sociopath, but sociopaths have empathy, like some.
Oh no,
empathy.
yeah,
Like,
he's the other
she's a
one.
psychopath.
Yep, he's the one that has nothing. Because even if she told him to say that dumb stuff, why would he go on there and say it? Like, his friends have even come out and chastised him and said, how dare you talk about your father like that, and he has cancer. Like,
and they even said, because no one's in Buckingham Palace right now, if him and the kids and the quote unquote phantom children and Meghan want to come back, they could stay in Buckingham Palace. That's nothing but security.
Right. Exactly.
So this whole thing is weird. He just wants to gripe. He wants.
Listen, Harry did talk about it before Meghan came into the picture. He wanted Al to live a life out of the public eye, but it backfired when he got with Meghan Markle.
I wonder what he said exactly, because he still has the mind of a teenager, and it's like Arrested Development. And I know no teenager that doesn't say they're ready to leave. I'm leaving.
I know.
But then,
hell no, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to my bungalow, my little house you gave me.
Yeah, he would just run away to Africa and just hang in the jungle or go to his friend's house. He really wasn't leaving.
Right.
Like disowning. He never talked about disowning his family.
Right. And he was really close to, God, this alarm.
His cousins.
Yes. Yes, all of them.
It's sad. It really is sad to watch. Because I was never, I'm a normal American. I know you are too. Like, I peeked over the fence at the royal family, but I wasn't like in love with the royal family or anything like that. But on a molecular level, at the end of the day, that's still his father, and his mother's gone. And from what I've seen, his father always did the best he could with them boys, because his father grew up in a bubble too.
Yes, he did.
Well, I think Meghan saw what happened with Camilla and thought she could do that with William.
Oh, that's that stupid stuff. Yeah.
If she could just get close to William. Because remember how she used to be ogling him and skinning and grinning up in his face?
Yeah, she did. It
And
made
hugging
him
on him.
uncomfortable.
Yes.
Answer to what did she do to Harry? She got him hooked on drugs. Oh,
The
allegedly.
mushrooms.
He was so high on Tyler Perry's phone. His eyes were popping out of his head. They both were.
And when he was like, freedom flight.
Yeah, that Freedom Flight BS.
And what was you
That
in
was that
shackles of?
stupid stuff. Yeah, freedom.
If he was a captive, sign me up.
Okay, that's one. She brought out all the negative things out of him. Highly sensitive. Yes, but even this was so harsh. This one was, it was like, it was really harsh. So,
They're
yeah.
trying to take me out like they did your mom. They want us gone like your mom. Left here when left eye one tear. That's what
Right.
that's about.
Exactly. Exactly.
They'll protect you. Don't worry. You're my wife now.
Yes, Miss Lady Letitia. If Megan would have been the woman she claimed, then Harry and the family would be in the UK. Of course. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What did Megan do? She blew up his ego, manipulated his guilt in memory of his mom, and what as Susan said. Okay. You said that
That's it
too.
right there.
Yeah, and you said his mom too, didn't you, Hudson?
Yep. But that's right. She also blew up his ego. His type, you know, them type of men that just peacock around. You just got to tell them a few sweet things, and that's all they need to hear. Oh, you're so big and strong. You're so smart.
Right. So Serena's marriage is on the rocks?
I don't know. Is that what people saying?
Yeah, that's what word on the street is. Susan, read Serena's marriage is on the rocks. MM is probably after the husband. He's a billionaire and founder of Reddit. He's the founder of Reddit?
Yeah, he's the founder of Reddit. That could be why she's doing all this female founders bullshit. She played his high school get a man games. And that's probably why she's getting all buddy, like she's been all buddy with Serena up in Serena's face.
I don't know how to fix it. And I don't like they sent me the new batteries for it. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So they told me I need to call them. Maybe I'll do it this weekend since Kara's out. Can I just take the battery out?
Yeah, just change it. Like a remote. You just get up there, turn it, and take the old battery, put the new battery in, and close it.
For the alarm system.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a battery. What you do? That's all it is. You just change the battery. You take the top off, put the new battery on, take the old one out, put the new battery on, and close it back. That's it.
Okay. You're right.
You don't need like fire. You don't need the firehouse supervision or anything like that.
So what I probably need to do is put the batteries around the house because there's a battery here that needs changing, and then I need to charge a battery.
You're gonna do it all at the same time?
Yes.
Might as well.
Yeah. But I may need to call them for assistance because, especially the first time.
If you change the battery in a remote control, you could do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you feel like calling them, then call them, but it's really
1, 2,
not
3.
necessary. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I believe in you.
I'm like, that look complicated.
No, I get it. I mean, that's scary. It's the smoke detector, so you want to do it right.
No, it's
Definitely.
not the smoke detector. It's the burglar alarm.
Oh, the burglar alarm.
Yeah, no, I
Isn't
know
that
how
what
to change. I know how to change the smoke detectors. Yeah. I got
it's not
past
hooked up to
that.
your ring?
Huh?
The alarm is not hooked up to your ring?
To my phone?
No, to your cam. Do you have the cam in the front of your house?
The who?
The camera.
Yes, it's all over. There's more than one camera, so I got to change some batteries out, and then I need to charge because some of them are just need to be charged. Like
Mhm.
this back one need to be charged, and this one probably by the garage needs to be the battery change. Like some
Yeah.
needs batteries and some needs charging. And I wanted them to come back out and just redo the whole freaking thing.
Mhm.
And it's gonna charge me.
Yeah. I called cable and they
So
said we charge $100 for somebody just to come look at your cable. I'm like, cable? Internet or something? Girl.
yeah, I was like, forget it. They said, but
Mhm.
you can call us and we'll walk you through each step. I said, okay.
I mean, some people are like in Bangladesh somewhere. Oh, we'll walk you through it because we can't get over there right now. We'll walk you-
Right. Yeah, walk me through it. Yeah.
Oh, my back. Whew. But I don't want to hold you up. If you want to play, I'm listening to what her brother say. Just enough. He don't say what
Too
we want to
much?
hear. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sister too.
Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what he thinks.
Well, I think it's a combination of a few things. In my opinion, I think that Megan is playing this whole entire her life scripted, produced,
Woo!
acted by her, all on her dime or whatever. She's playing this fantasy life out in her own mind, where it comes to where, let me get to this in 1 second, but it comes to where she wants to be Diana so bad. It's kind of freaky and kind of scary. And
she's so far from it. She is so far from it. It's not even enough to even talk about. But the part that she's scripting her life out, she is. And Harry is just a dingleberry along the way. He's not really, he plays his part, is giving it to her. Instead of telling her, no, we're not going to do this, or no, we're going home to see grandpa. Yes, we're going home to see both grandfathers. Instead of putting his foot down and saying, these are some things that we're going to start doing as a family. And starting with reconciling with my father and my brother and them, and stop blaming them for our decisions. And let's take responsibility for what we did.
She's just telling him, oh, the press is talking about me. They're doing me just like they did your mother. That's what she's telling him.
Right. Exactly.
That's what she keeps telling him. And you got to remember, how old was he when Diana died? Like 12 or
She
something like
is
that?
that what she's saying to him?
She has to be. Like, oh, they're treating me. Oh, that's all. But you know what? It's wearing thin. If you notice, it's wearing thin. But I'm sure all these years she's been like, oh, your mother, your mother, your mother. Look at the press. They're harping on me like they did your mother. And She probably showing him old interviews with his mother and everything, like that old press cast and newscasts and stuff like that, when the paparazzi was really on her and the news broadcasts were really on her, and she
Yeah.
probably showing him old newscasts and all that. Like, you see, they said the same thing about me. They said my shoelace wasn't tied too. So I'm just like your mother.
Yep.
That's why he keeps bringing it up too. He never, like, he talked about his mother before, but how often was he talking about his mother?
Okay, Judy Bird says, Letitia, that talk video is long. It's not short. You haven't even opened the jar all the way. You're at a twist. That means we got to play this again. Am I talking too much? Sometimes I can.
When Harry mentioned on that interview, right off the bat, some people in the royal family, and I'm not going to say who they are, they want us dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that right there, red flags everywhere.
Yeah, it's off the scale, deranged, I think. I mean, and he, as I say, he's very, very paranoid, very miserable, very lost. Do you sense, as I sensed, that underneath all this, he knows?
Look at his background. He's got Harry's head on a horse. Oh, wow. Thomas is, look at Tom's background set up trying to manipulate. Look at our royalist. I'm a royalist. Debbie, I know, he did. Witchy do, spella do. That's why I love you, Letitia. Oh, Camilla, you're so sweet. I like that. I'm going to put a star by it. MM turned Harry against his family, his brother, sister-in-law. Harry gave up his life. He did. He gave it up. He said, I'm done. I'm over. I no longer want to be a prince. And I was like, whoa, really? Hello, Polly. Okay, my computer's doing something weird here. Real quick. There we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. Sorry.
He's kind of wrecked his own life. He's been lured away from what he was born to, and that is to be a Prince of Britain, to be a part of the royal family. She's taking him over to California, and he's a ship adrift. He's got no purpose. He's got no.
She brought him over to California so she can make her spread, her jam or spread, whatever name that is.
She thought she was going to be like big. What did she do when she first got her? They was doing that investing, right? That Archwell.
They were doing a Netflix at 100 million thousand Netflix and Spotify, and then Oprah, you know, she donated 13 million. And
Wow.
she had a whole bunch of deals. Now she has none. She doesn't have any deals. These are all her made up spread of jam and bath salt that she messed up on. Did you hear what they said? She should have known better. Yes and no. She didn't, so she probably thought it was a special bath salt.
Maybe overseas she should know better, but here in America, no, you need a warning. Either don't
Yeah,
try
you
this at
do.
home or consult your doctor before trying this.
Consult your doctor.
Mm-hmm. I don't care what she knew about what she had, because who knows what level she's not a doctor either. And it wasn't even the Epsom salt. It was the arnica and the lavender.
See?
Them burns came from arnica and lavender. You need a carrier.
Oh, because it was pure lavender.
That mess is strong. Both of them.
Yeah, it's what is the yes for? Yes, yes. Okay. Hi, Polly. That's the thing. He had to have ego for him to be manipulated by Megan. Otherwise, it wouldn't have worked on a person without an ego issues. Oh, that's interesting. I like that, Paulie. He did have issues. Can't get no satisfaction. Rolling Stones, yay. Remember she flashed her bits to Serena's husband and kissed him on all over the place? No, I missed that one, Susan.
I remember hearing that. I didn't see it, but I believe it. She's
Wow.
And Venus don't like her. Neither does Serena's mother.
Take the battery out. Okay. You're right, Christine. Let me at least take the battery out. Debbie, summary of what Tom Jr. says, repeat stuff he's picked up online or heard from YouTubers. He hasn't seen her in 20 years. Or you think just by what he's hearing that she's doing, you think that's making him react to, okay, this is her, it's the Wicked Witch of the...
It's okay that he hasn't seen her for 20 years. I mean, the tiger doesn't change his stripes. Can you hear me?
Hudson, I had a moment. Can you hear me okay? My internet started acting weird. Oh, interesting, Debbie. Put a star by that. We'll read that again. Tom is very well paid for these appearances. So is Samantha. Exactly. Susan. Following the money. Can we slow down the chat? Also, why do I be the feeling Megan is on both salts? Not that she just sells them. Oh, allegedly. Harry grew up. Leave your mother to rest. That's true, Lizzie. We hear you, lady. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He's 40 years old now. Grow up.
Megan is watching.
Who was it? Was it Grift or was it Molly that played that video of some woman on TikTok that said Megan was in her DMs?
Oh, wow.
Speaking to her real condescendingly about how she should leave Megan alone and she don't want the law coming after her and oh you must be upset. Like just like it did sound like Megan.
It did?
Mm-hmm. But it's still
Wow.
an assumption, but it does sound like Megan.
Oh, wow. Sorry about that, guys. Let me pull it back up and hit the play button.
Direction home. His family don't talk to him. She has ruined him, and he's chipped in and ruined himself. Do you think?
I absolutely agree with you on all those points. I've watched Harry's downfall from the very, very beginning. When they first turned on me personally and my family, and I wrote him that letter still stands in concrete today. He should have listened, because everything since that point has gone downhill, and he's become less and less and less of a man continuously every month, every year.
Yep.
It's so obvious who's driving.
He becomes less and less and less than a man every year, every moment. Like he's to the point where how is he able to take so much of this abuse? Like, doesn't he know no matter what it is she has on him, he needs to get the hell out of there and it doesn't matter?
If you think about like everyone in his life was probably a yes man or looking out for his best interest. He probably hasn't had a lot of devious people in his life so closely. They're either kissing his butt or, just in his corner.
Okay. I had additional difficulties and I'm going to re-invite Hudson. There she goes. Sorry about that, girl. I had to go to the phone because something happened with the computer. It just, how sometimes it's like just shuts down on you. No. Yes, I was having internet problems. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? Wow. I am tripping off of her brother saying that Harry has lost his manhood each and every day. Each and every day. That is something, isn't it? That Harry has become less and less of a man. She has taken his manhood from him. He used to be a prince. Like Prince Harry looking to reconcile. That's that BS. He's not looking to reconcile. I think it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that Harry would allow her to make him lose his family. Okay, guys, I'm hanging up from here and going back on the computer. Be right back.